Guys, Nicholas with the Olympia School of Guitar here, OlympiaGuitarLessons.com, and I want to give you a tip for a problem that I see a lot, and that's with guys who've been playing for sometimes a year, sometimes a couple years, and they still just can't get those chord changes down. You know, it seems to not matter what you do, you just keep struggling with that, and so it can become very frustrating and really hinder your progress. And sometimes people feel like, well, you know, maybe I'm just not talented enough. Well, it ain't true. You just need some good strategies. So I'm going to give you one strategy that you can use today to start improving your chord changing and getting beyond that obstacle. The first thing I want you to do is just pick one chord that you struggle with. And here's an example of what a lot of people do. They want to play through songs, and so they play their chord, and then they go to the next chord, but they have to put down one finger at a time before they can actually start playing that chord. And of course, if you're doing that, you're not going to be able to play through songs very easily, right? You need to be able to change through those chords easily and instantly so that you can do whatever you want to do with them. So here's what I want you to do. This is the first step. I want you to pick one chord that you struggle with. I'm going to pick the D chord. That was a chord that I really struggled with a lot when I was starting to learn to play guitar. So what you're going to do is you're going to go from a bunch of different chords like C, and then go to D, E minor, go to D, A minor, D, G, D. And what I want you to watch for is it easier to get to D from certain chords, or is it pretty much hard to get to D from most of the chords that you play? What this does, it helps you identify if it's really the D chord that's the problem, or if it's just one chord change that's the problem. If it turns out that D is the problem, this is the next step, okay? Put your fingers on D and then relax them, but don't move your fingers off the strings. Squeeze and then relax. Squeeze and then relax. Then after that becomes comfortable, you're going to lift your fingers off the strings and then put them back on. Lift them off. Keep this shape. You don't want to lose the shape of D. You're going to keep that shape and then put them back on. And you want to do this very, very slowly and very methodically. Gradually, you're going to move this shape away. This may take several days to get to this point where you're moving this shape way far away from the fretboard and back while keeping that shape of D. Because really what has to happen in order to play chords is you have to be able to make the shape of the chord before you get to that chord. So when I go to a G chord, or when I go to a C chord, or when I go to a D chord, that shape is already in the air before I get there. That's what you need to be able to do in order to change chords smoothly and easily. And what I just showed you, just making that shape and moving it off and back on, that's step number one of getting that D chord totally mastered. If you want to see the other strategy that I'm going to show you, you'll have to go to the next video. So look for that link down below in the description. If you want more help, go to OlympiaGuitarLessons.com and request a free trial lesson. Also subscribe to my channel and share this with people who you think might benefit from it. So I'll see you next time.